Hello everyone, my name is Alina Carvel. I have been making a lot of videos, or trying to make a lot of videos, and I realized I should probably just start with a real intro video and talk about myself, and I do plan to introduce you to all the noodles. So about me, I'm 26 years old. I live in Chicago with my boyfriend Manny, and I'm a graphic designer professionally. I had a job for a little over a year, and I recently quit in January for various reasons. Mainly, I think I wasn't happy there anymore and I needed a change, and I waited it out for a long time and just decided to make a change. I didn't plan to make YouTube videos as what I was gonna do instead of working. I'm just kind of trying to figure it out right now, and to be honest, I love snakes. I love snakes. I have forever, and I got my first one in October while I was still working, and then we got a second one, and then after I quit, I sort of was like, oh my god, I need to fill this void with more snakes, and I ended up adopting several. I rescued one, and I started immersing myself a little bit more in the reptile community, and I realized that there's just a lot of negativity and a lot of controversy and just a lot of bad icky stuff in the reptile community. And I've seen other YouTubers specifically breeders that do YouTube, making videos about the negative stuff on Facebook specifically. And I'm not trying to get in on an argument. I am trying to, or I felt that I really wanted to put myself out there and just be someone that new people who are just getting pets or thinking about getting reptiles could watch my videos and sort of feel comforted instead of going to some of these groups on Facebook and getting attacked. I'm not going to name specific groups, but I just had a really weird kind of negative experience exploring some of those groups, and I just want to be here and be it's okay, you're gonna do great. There's a lot of things that, a lot of decisions you have to make about your husbandry or how you take care of your reptiles, more specifically snakes. I only have ball pythons. I'm going to be talking for right now mostly about ball pythons. There's other snakes that I want, but I'm just kind of giving myself time. I'm pretty new myself. Like I said, I got my first snake in October, and I'm just a fast learner. I am a person who really tests things. I do a lot of research. I've bought a ton of books. I've talked to a lot of people. There's a lot of good things to learn on some of these Facebook groups. I've noticed, especially with ball pythons, it's hard when you just Google search for, things. A lot of old information is out there. So I just wanted to provide some good updated information and just be supportive. I want to be supportive. So that's sort of my goal. I'm not out here to get 1 million subscribers or, be a big YouTube star, I guess. If that happens, great. But there's a lot of other stuff I want to make YouTube videos about, like design and life, and I'm just I have a lot of interests. So anyway, I'm going to introduce you to everyone. This is Gili. His full name is Gilbert. He was our first. We got him in October of last year. He's about 8 months old now. As you can see, he's gotten quite large. Gili's kind of fat, I'm gonna be honest. I got really afraid that he was underweight, And so I didn't like power feed him, but I fed him a lot more frequently, probably about twice a week. The vet said it was okay to feed him every 5 days. So I did that for quite a while, and he just grew like a little weed. So he is pretty big now. He needs to slow down. He eats large mice. I'm probably going to be moving him to not rat pups. I think those might still be a little too big, but I have to do a little bit of weighing and figuring out exactly the best size of feeder to get for him. For everyone, really. So, if you didn't know, the best way to choose a feeder is to weigh your ball python and then take 10 to 15% of that weight, and then that is the size in weight of feeder that you want. So whatever your ball python is in grams, 10 to 15% of that in grams is going to be the size of feeder that you want. Anyway, this is not about facts. This is about my little noodles. Gili is my favorite. Right, Gili? I love you. And he has a ton of personality. He likes to stick his head out of his hide every night and look at his mama and just think about how much he loves her. Really, he just wants to see if I'm gonna bring him some snacks, but I think he's just wanting to admire me. Anyway, this is Gilbert. Say hi. This is my little poopy princess. Her name is Coco. We got her pretty shortly after we saw the movie Coco, so that's kind of why we named her Coco. Also, I like this band called Coco Rosie. You may have heard of them, probably not. They're kind of a obscure band. And I kind of like wanted to name her Coco Rosie, but we just pretty much call her Coco all the time. She is a lesser morph. It's also known as a butter. So you'll see those interchangeably, like lesser and butter are the same. So she's a lot more yellowy, and her brown is more of like this grayish. It's like really pretty grayish brown. She likes to poop. That's her favorite thing to do. She likes to poop, especially after I clean her tub. She's in a tub right now. She used to be in a tank, and she did great in a tank, but she is one of those that I moved into a tub. So right now she's eating small mice, or hoppers. They're usually called hoppers. And she's doing great, pooping a lot. This little honey bun, I call her like my honey buns a lot, but her name is Karma. She was adopted. Her name was Carmel when we adopted her, and we just kind of changed it to Karma because I thought that was a little cooler, and it fits her personality. She's Karma B. She used to be in a tub, but we moved her into a tank recently because she was like such a bitch in a tub. She was just a bitch in a tub, you know? Like, she would always hiss at me when I tried to take her out. She just seemed really like crabby being in there. I think it wasn't enough space for her. As you can see, she's pretty big. She is 1.5 years old. So as you can see, she is a lot bigger than Coco. She's a spider morph. So the cool thing about spider morphs is they have this neurological mutation that gives them a wobble, like with their head. She doesn't really have one. Not all spiders will express it. There are a lot of morphs that have spider in them. So if you're buying a ball python, look up what other morphs have the spider gene. This is a snail. This snail is made to hold candles, and you would put like a tea candle in here and light it, and then these holes obviously make it like really pretty. But inside this snail is Pinto. He loves this thing. He is like, snail is life. He won't come out of here. I can't get him out of here because, as you can see, this is a small hole. He crawls in, wraps himself pretty, you know, tightly in there, and there's just no way to get him out because he will struggle. He will not come out. So this is all you're gonna get to see of Pinto. This is all really anyone gets to see of Pinto. He does come out and explore. He actually is probably my strongest ball python, maybe. I mean, he's about 8 months old, and it seems like he comes out to do exercise. Like, he's really trying to exercise when he's out, like, because he is very, like, not squishy at all. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, he's just like pure muscle. So he's all about the gains and the snail. He's great. I love him very much, but he loves the snail more than anything. Say hi, Pinto. He's like, leave me alone. Leave me and the snail alone. I've tried taking this away from him because, you know, I don't like that I can't get him out of here. Like, what if for some reason I need to get him out? Like, if he was sick and I needed to give him a shot or whatever. Like, I don't like that I can't take him out of here. But when I take this away from him, he's like just really sad. I feel like he's really sad. I feel really bad about it. He's like, I don't know, snail's life. I don't know what to do with myself. So I give it back to him. Anyway, say hi, Pinto. He's a pinstripe, by the way. I didn't even mention that. This is what a pinstripe kind of looks like. At some point when he is out of here, I will do a special video with Pinto and the snail. I'll bring the snail. Keep it away from him so he doesn't get into it and never come out again. But yeah. This is Pinto and the snail. So this is my other favorite. This is Beezy. Say hi, Beezy. Beezy is a pastel. He was a rescue. When I got him, he was really underweight. He hadn't eaten in a long time, and he had terrible, terrible stuck shed. He just looked really like defeated, and the minute I opened the tub that he was in when I got him, he just like, I don't know, he looked at me and he was like, his tongue started going a little crazy, and he was like, oh, I'm being rescued. I feel like when you rescue an animal, you just have like this special bond with them. They know that you are the one to help them when they were not doing well, and they just seem to really like get a little attached. He likes to sleep on me a lot. He will be with me for hours, and he's just great. I love this little guy. Pastel morphs are really similar to normals. They're like, you can almost not tell the difference, except that they have a lot more yellow to them. I don't know exactly how old Beezy is, but I would guess by his size that he's about 6 to 8 months. But yeah, I love him. He's great. I actually feed him, Gili, and Pinto all get large mice. And they all seem to be doing great with it. But yeah, he's a little squirmy right now because normally I have like I don't know where it is. I have a cuddler sort of scarf thing that I put him in, and he loves being in that, and he likes to sleep in that. So he's looking for that right now. He's like, I just want to sleep and cuddle. But yeah, I'm gonna put him back, but I'll probably take him out later because we like to hang out. So yeah, say bye to Beezy. Say bye, Beezy. Okay, so this is the big reveal. This is what you were waiting for. It's my new baby. He doesn't have a name yet, but here he is. Say hi. Isn't he cute? He is a black pastel, I believe. He was also adopted. He's about 3 months old, maybe even younger, maybe like 2 months. And he is just great. He has some stuck shed. It's not like, I wouldn't call it like terrible stuck shed, but he's got a little bit here and a little on his tail. I don't want to keep him out too long because I want him to, you know, feel safe, but I'm not one of those people who will tell you, like, as soon as you get a new ball python or a new snake, you need to absolutely not touch them for like a week or 2. I have never really done that with mine. I leave them alone as much as I can. I have left him alone all day today, and like pretty much since I put him in his new tub last night, I've left him alone. But he seems to be doing fine with me taking him out. So if he seemed really like stressed out about it, I wouldn't have taken him out. But I have found that most of them, like, that I've had won't really like spaz out too bad if you take them out a little bit. He has 3 hides in his tub, and he is using none of them. He decides that he wants to hide behind the hide. They're all very small hides. Like, he's a very tiny little guy, so I got him very tiny little hides, and for some reason or the other, he doesn't want to use them. But I don't know what to name him. So if you have any suggestions for names, like, please throw them my way, because I can't think of anything. Normally I'm pretty good at this. Like, I thought of Boris, but Manny didn't like Boris. I feel like Boris is more of a bird name. Like, I want a bird named Boris. But that's the only thing I can think of for some reason. I also, what else did I think of? Like, just weird names like that, because I'm weird, but he needs a cute little name. But he's getting a little scared now, so I'm gonna put him back. Say bye. So, that's all my snakes. Let me know who your favorite was. I know I said that Gili's my favorite and that Beezy is my favorite, but really, I love all of them. They're all my favorite. I can never pick which one I like the best. They're all the greatest. Subscribe to my channel and like this video if you liked it. I will be posting more videos about my setups, about my tubs, about my tanks, and much more. Thank you, and see you later.